There is a story here. It is not found in the headlines, nor is it etched into the grand monuments that tourists seek. This story is carried on the wind, a whisper that drifts down from the sun-scorched mountains and across the ancient plains. It speaks of a life that continues, resilient and quiet, hidden from the world's gaze. To find it, one must leave the known paths. One must listen, not with the ears, but with the soul. The journey begins where the maps end, in a land of stark beauty and profound secrets, where every shadow holds a tale untold. We travel not by road, but by instinct, following the faint trails etched into the earth by generations of footsteps. The air grows thin and cool as we ascend. Below, the world sprawls out, a patchwork of ochre and olive green. Here, high above the noise of cities, the silence is a presence. It is broken only by the cry of a hawk circling on the thermal currents. This is a place that demands patience. It does not reveal its truths quickly. It asks you to simply be, to watch, and to wait for the land to share its ancient wisdom. The first signs of hidden life are subtle, a thin plume of smoke curling into the vast blue sky, the distant rhythmic clang of a hammer against metal, the bleating of unseen goats, their calls echoing from a rocky outcrop. These are the sounds of persistence. They are the heartbeats of communities that have weathered the passage of time, nestled in the protective embrace of the landscape. Their existence is a testament to the enduring power of human connection to the land, a bond forged in hardship and strengthened by shared history. As the sun begins its slow descent, painting the sky in fiery strokes of orange and purple, the world below transforms. Shadows lengthen, stretching like long fingers across the valleys. Lights begin to flicker in homes that are invisible during the day. They appear like falling stars scattered across the dark canvas of the earth. Each light represents a family, a home, a universe of stories preparing to unfold under the cloak of night. It is in these quiet moments between the day and the darkness that the true character of this place begins to emerge. Descending from the peaks, we find ourselves in a valley cradled between the arms of the mountains. It is a sanctuary, a river, the lifeblood of this place, snakes its way through the fertile soil. Its gentle murmur is the valley's constant song. The air here is thick with the scent of damp earth, wild herbs, and blooming jasmine. This is not a place of grand architecture, but of simple, profound harmony. Homes, built from the very stone of the surrounding hills, seem to grow organically from the ground, their walls weathered by sun and rain. Life here follows the sun. At dawn, the valley slowly awakens. Figures emerge from their homes, their movements unhurried and deliberate. A woman guides a small flock of sheep towards a pasture, her staff tapping a steady rhythm on the dusty path. Men gather in small groups, their voices low as they sip tea from small glasses, their faces etched with the stories of many seasons. Children's laughter rings out, sharp and clear, as they chase each other through narrow alleyways. It is a scene of immense peace, a world turning at its own, unforced pace. The market is the valley's heart. It is not a bustling, chaotic bazaar, but a quiet, orderly exchange. Here, goods are laid out with care on simple cloths. Heaps of vibrant spices release their fragrance into the air. Piles of sun-ripened tomatoes and cucumbers gleam like jewels. An old man sits behind a mound of glistening olives, his hands stained dark from their brine. Transactions are made with a nod and a quiet word. It is more than commerce. It is a ritual of community, a daily reaffirmation of trust and shared dependence. As we move deeper into the community, we are met not with suspicion, but with a quiet, dignified curiosity. A woman, her face framed by a colorful headscarf, pauses from her work of kneading dough. She offers a gentle smile, her eyes conveying a welcome that words cannot. A group of elders, seated on a stone bench under the shade of an ancient olive tree, beckon us closer. They share their time, their stories, and their bread. In this hidden corner of the world, hospitality is not an obligation. It is the very fabric of existence. In these secluded communities, tradition is not a relic of the past. It is a living, breathing force that shapes every aspect of daily life. It is the invisible thread that weaves individuals into families, and families into a community. These customs are passed down, not through books, but through actions, stories, and shared rituals. A mother teaches her daughter to read, the patterns telling the story of their ancestors. A father teaches his son how to read the stars, a skill essential for navigating these timeless landscapes. Marriage is perhaps the most significant of these traditions. It is not merely a union of two individuals, but an alliance of families, a sacred contract that ensures the continuation of the community. The process is slow and deliberate. It begins with quiet inquiries and formal visits between elders. Respect and honor are the cornerstones of these negotiations. The compatibility of the families is often as important as the connection between the young couple. It is a system built on the belief that a strong marriage is a foundation for a stable society. The celebrations are a vibrant expression of this communal bond. For days, the valley is filled with music and feasting. The entire community participates, each person playing a role. Women gather to cook enormous pots of fragrant rice and stew over open fires. Men perform traditional dances, their movements powerful and synchronized. The bride is adorned in intricate garments, her hands and feet decorated with delicate henna patterns. It is a joyous and profound event, a public declaration of a new beginning and the strengthening of the community's fabric. These traditions provide a deep sense of identity and belonging. In a world that is constantly changing, they are an anchor. They offer a clear set of rules and expectations, a map for navigating the complexities of life. For an outsider, some customs may seem unfamiliar, but from within, they are a source of comfort, stability, and profound meaning. They are the roots that hold the tree firm, allowing it to withstand the fiercest of storms, and continue to grow towards the light. Within this intricate social structure, the family is the core unit, and sometimes that unit takes a form that challenges outside perceptions. Here, it is not uncommon for a man to have more than one wife. This practice, known as polygyny, is not a secret, nor is it a source of shame. It is an accepted, though not universal, part of the cultural and religious landscape. To understand it, one must set aside preconceived notions and look at it through the eyes of those who live it, seeing the logic and order it provides within their world. The reasons behind this practice are complex. Often, it is a matter of social responsibility. In a society where women have historically been vulnerable, marriage offers protection and status. A man may take a second wife who is a widow or who has no family to support her, providing her with a home and a place in the community. It can also be a way to forge stronger alliances between families or to have more children who are seen as a blessing and a source of strength. It is a pragmatic solution to the challenges of life in this environment. Within these households, there is a clear and respected order. Each wife typically has her own private space, her own domain within the larger family home. The husband has a duty to treat his wives with equality and justice, providing for them and their children without favoritism. The women often form their own strong bonds, working together to manage the household, raise the children, and support one another. They become a sisterhood, a powerful unit within the family, sharing the burdens and joys of life. For the children growing up in such a household is their normal. They are raised by a community of mothers, aunts, and older siblings. There is always someone to play with, someone to learn from, someone to offer comfort. This extended family network creates a robust and supportive environment. The home is not just a single building, but a small village in itself, bustling with life and activity. It is a complex ecosystem of relationships, built on a foundation of duty, respect, and shared purpose. The lives of the people here are inextricably linked to the rhythm of the land. Their calendar is not marked by printed dates, but by the changing of the seasons, the phases of the moon, and the needs of their crops and animals. The first rain of autumn is a cause for celebration. The first blossom of spring is a sign of hope. They understand the land's moods. They know when to plant, when to harvest, and when to let the earth rest. This is a knowledge that has been accumulated over countless generations. Daily routines are dictated by the sun and the soil. Before dawn, the men lead their animals out to graze, their dark shapes moving silently through the pre-dawn mist. As the sun climbs higher, the fields come alive with activity. People work together, their movements synchronized, whether they are harvesting olives by hand or tending to rows of vegetables. There is a quiet efficiency to their labor, a deep understanding of the task at hand. The work is hard, but it is performed with a sense of purpose and dignity. Water is the most precious resource. Every drop is valuable. Ancient, ingenious systems of irrigation channels, carefully maintained, carry water from the river to the fields. The sound of trickling water is a constant, reassuring presence. Children are taught from a young age not to waste it. Its management is a communal responsibility, a complex dance of sharing and cooperation that ensures everyone has what they need. The river is not just a source of water, it is a source of life, and it is treated with the deepest reverence. As evening approaches, the work slows, tools are cleaned and put away, animals are brought back to their enclosures, families gather for the evening meal, the main event of the day. It is a time for sharing food, stories, and laughter. The sounds of conversation and the clatter of dishes fill the air. As darkness falls completely, a deep quiet descends once more upon the valley. The only sounds are the chirping of crickets and the distant hoot of an owl. The land and its people are at rest, ready to begin the cycle anew at dawn. To walk through these valleys is to walk through living history. The past is not confined to ruins. It echoes in the present. It is in the shape of a clay pot, a design that has not changed for 1,000 years. It is in the melody of a song sung to soothe a child, a tune that has been passed from mother to daughter through the ages. It is in the very stones of the houses, which have sheltered generations of the same families. The people here do not just live on the land. They are a part of it, their stories woven into its very fabric. The landscape itself is a library of ancient tales. A strangely shaped rock is said to be a giant, turned to stone for his arrogance. A hidden spring in a cave is believed to have healing powers. These stories are more than folklore. They are a way of understanding the world, of giving meaning to the natural environment. They teach lessons about morality, respect, and the forces that govern the universe. The elders are the keepers of these stories, their voices connecting the present generation to all who came before. But there is a fragility to this world. The whispers on the wind now carry new sounds, the echoes of a world beyond the mountains. The old ways are being challenged by the new. Young people hear stories of a different life, a life of cities and technology. The pull of the modern world is strong. Some choose to leave, seeking a different future. Those who remain are faced with the challenge of preserving their heritage while adapting to a changing reality. The question of how to balance tradition and progress hangs in the air. Yet, despite these pressures, the core of this life endures. It endures in the unwavering hospitality of the people. It endures in the strength of their family bonds. It endures in their deep spiritual connection to the land. The story of this place is not over. It is still being written every day in the quiet acts of resilience and the enduring power of community. And for those who take the time to listen, the whispers on the wind will continue to speak of a life of profound beauty, hidden in the heart of an ancient land.